I've got here a 2005 Mazda 6. Customer complaint, it's a crank no start. He has the EGR unplugged because he said it was ticking, or I don't know, he said it was getting hot, he's not sure. Now there is a code for the crankshaft, but he said he checked it with a scope and he is getting a signal. So, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at that. So I did hear a code scan. And we have one code. We had two, but I erased them. This is what came back. P0335. Crankshaft sensor circuit malfunction. The car is actually not a crank no start. It like starts and dies. Which is like, doesn't feel like a spark issue. It's right. Trouble codes. P. $3,355. Okay, so it says here, if, let's just zoom in on this detection condition, if the PCM does not receive the input voltage from the crankshaft sensor for 4.2 seconds when the mass airflow is 1.95 grams a second or above, the PCM in terms of the crankshaft circuit has a malfunction. This is a continuous monitor. No limits PCM text above malfunction during first drive cycle. Okay, so now this thing actually came back right after I cleared it. So even before I cranked the car. That's funny. It's a pretty simple circuit. It's just a 2-wire sensor and goes to the PCM. So they're saying possible causes: camshaft sensor malfunction, connector or terminator malfunction, crankshaft sensor is dirty, crankshaft sensor pulse wheel malfunction, short to ground. So let's see, I would assume that there's definitely some sort of bias voltage on this wire, so it knows if it's open. So I would assume that's probably our problem and not this sensing no signal, because how would it know with the car off? All right, so I want to just check if the mass airflow is reporting anything. All right, so let's see here. Mass airflow volts, grams a second. Let's just see if there's anything on that. So there's nothing. Now when I crank it, it shoots up to 3 for a second and then shuts off. And we're getting an RPM signal. So I don't... The RPM signal has to be coming from the crank sensor. I don't know, someone's telling me there's not a crank sensor problem. I don't know why the code's on. Now, there is a remote starter on this, but there's no theft light. Just the way it starts and dies, that means telling me that there is spark. Okay, let me try unplugging the mass airflow, because it claims the whole code comes: the PCM does not receive the input voltage from the crankshaft sensor for 4.2 seconds when the mass airflow is 1.95 grams a second or above. So let's just unplug it. It's actually a Duralast. It's definitely not OEM. Let's see if the thing starts now. That's it, it's running. Battery light's on. I have a maintainer on it. That is so weird. So it's running without a mass airflow. Let's see where this thing's holding. Let's clear the code. It stalled the car. I cleared the code and the car stalled. Intake air temperature sensor circuit high. That's from the mass airflow. Let's. Okay, no codes. Let's crank it. Let's go like this. Last time the code for the crankshaft sensor came right back. It didn't come back now. Does the car start? The car starts and runs. But I did get a code, so let's rescan this. Read full code. Continuous. Mass airflow sensor circuit, intake air temperature sensor circuit. I think this is a bad aftermarket math that was tricking the computer and sending a 335. I'm gonna go ask the shop owner if he has the original one. Okay, so the shop owner said he replaced this about like a year ago. So he said he could order another one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this in, which makes sense. It's gonna stall. That's normal. A lot of cars stall. I'll just see if it restarts. I just want to check. Yeah, now it's starting and dying again. And we probably have the crankshaft code. Let's look again. Crankshaft sensor circuit malfunction. This is because it's unplugged. I'm not getting involved. I don't know why. That's separate. These two are from the mass airflow, and this is because it's this crankshaft code's back. So now I want to see in global OBD data. Actually, there might be an OBD function. This doesn't substitute values. I want to see if we're actually getting a signal from the mass airflow. So where are we? Enter. Read live data. We're not getting anything. We're getting 0 grams a second. So does it show me the voltage? Okay, so it doesn't show me the voltage, but over here, I did have the voltage. Read data stream. I just don't know what's good or bad. I'm going to try to look into that. Engine, where is it? Mass airflow. So over here, the voltage is 1.2 volts. I'm going to look at service information and see if that's normal for the car off. But when I unplug it, it goes to... When I unplug it, it goes to 0, which makes sense. So it means the computer's not substituting it. See, now it's at 0 volts. I might have to clear the code. It's starting and dying. Alright, it's running again. Let me look around in service information. Let's look up the mass airflow sensor circuit. Alright. Mass airflow rate and load. Grams a second. Yeah. Not telling me much. This is just that load. Let me just look up Mitchell. Sometimes they're better at this. How high airflow increases, car required mass to maintain temperatures. Okay, fine. Hot film type sensor is converted into a frequency that varies with engine load. ECM uses the signal to determine the air mass and strategize the fuel delivery correctly. Okay, key on engine running. Warm idle should be at about 1.34 volts. I don't know. It definitely seems like this is causing our issue. One thing to do, I forgot to check, is the throttle. Just to make sure the accelerator pedal's not in clear flood mode. Let's go to read data stream. Here, accelerator pedal. We'll go to throttle. Should be enough. Okay, so the actual position's at 0. When I go down, it goes all the way up. So that seems to be working. Let's actually crank it with the throttle down. Alright, so that's clear flood. That seems to be working fine. Still get the start install. And what's the code we have now? Read fault codes. We have the crankshaft code. Let's just unplug it again, see if I get it start one more time. Alright, now it's running. Let's see. Read fault codes. Let's just see if we have the crank code. We're gonna have it. I don't want to clear the codes because it's gonna stall. So let me just read data stream. Let's just see if everything looks good. Otherwise, car revs up. Just want to know because the battery light's on, so I want the generator. Mass airflow. We're not gonna have anything. Short term. Alright. Desired RPM is at 9. That's what it looks like we're at. We're in open loop because we have no mass airflow. I don't know why the battery light's on. Let me disconnect my maintainer and see if the battery light goes off. We're still charging, so I don't know. It's up to them if they want to fix that. It could be just because of the mass airflow. I think we got to fix one thing. I think this is definitely our issue. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to ask them if they ordered a new one. Alright, so we put another sensor in. It's also a Duralast, so hopefully it'll be better. Keys on. Let me just see. So I cleared the codes. Just want to cycle the ignition and see if that code comes back. That was coming back every time. It's not coming back. Now, just one more thing. Let's go to read data stream. I want to see what the sensor's reading. There we go, 0.6 volts. Before it was giving 1.2 volts when the car was off. Now it's giving 0.6. Let's see if this thing starts. Starts right up. And it's idling lower. Let's see if it's going to stall out. This car starts. Runs. Now we're at 1.4 volts. It almost was like the car was running. We were at 1.2, now we're at 1.4. I think this is just a bad mass airflow sensor. Yep, starting every time. To show you the car's running, there's no codes, and the battery light's off. So somehow the mass airflow is causing the battery light to be on. All right, thanks for watching.